Here's the thing. I don't think I'll ever make a scheme scene my favorite in an episode. I never will. I like it. It's good. It's just not as of a high as I would want it to be for me. You know?
Mm-hmm. Like, still impressive, but...
Yeah, it's impressive. I'm very impressed, but I feel like my actual highlight was probably the ending. I'm back, and we just watched the Breaking Bad episode of Better Call Saul, Season 6, Episode 11, and oh my gosh. My notes are so freaking long. Like,
same
I feel like this episode
here.
could be 2 hours, but we're going to have to go shorter than that because there's just so many little details, little things we've learned about characters we love, so many things we can go over, and hopefully we can get this done in time because we want to get this out so you can watch it post the episode and enjoy it.
Yes.
So, no spoiler section, of course. Tell me what you thought. Got up off the chair. We're going to come to record. What are you thinking?
Excited. I feel like I have much more to say this time than last episode.
For sure.
Just because it was more than one storyline.
Yep.
Or like present, past, future, all that.
Yep.
Anyways, so I was just excited to come right in here. Excited, satisfied. That's another one. I don't know what else. And just more questions too.
Yeah.
More questions. As usual. That's what you should expect.
Yes.
What about you?
So, for me, I felt like it was just a water hose of information.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm now very excited for the next episode, as we will get into, because it kind of ended in a way. There was some symbolism there that has given us some foreshadowing of what's to come. So I'm really excited to see how that ends. How the next one starts. But I'm just very pleased with this episode.
Right. I wasn't wanting more.
Yeah.
Like last time.
I feel like last time, that whole scheme that they played was fun. It was good, right? But I didn't love how it was the only thing. This episode was a perfect way of having a good scheme with other plot lines
bouncing back and forth.
Because I don't need to see every bit of everything in that scheme. Just give me a montage. Show me it happened a couple times. It's good. But give me some extra stuff. But real quick before we get into it, I wanted to call out some people who commented in our last video. So we got Antonio Marug, if I believe that's her name. Thanks for commenting. And then also Billy Bong. I know you didn't love our take. And that's okay, man. Everyone, we all grew up with different tastes. We all grew up liking things differently.
Exactly.
And I really appreciate both of you guys' comments.
I love seeing people's different opinions. Like,
for sure.
I see that.
Yeah. And that's all I want to do real quick for that. But very pleased. Is there anything else you want to bring up? Any non-spoilers?
I feel like even though nothing that was giving some adrenaline rush, nothing of that was coming from this episode.
Yep.
But I was still excited. I was still watching and engaged and all that.
Yeah.
So.
I agree. We get some karaoke singing from Saul again, which I love to see that. I think I already said this before, but we get a lot of little Easter eggs and information about past beloved characters. And so if you're watching this without watching it, because you're watching the non-spoilers section, you got that stuff to look forward to. We finally get to see Mike again.
Yep. We
get to see Walt and Jesse. And I'm kind of hoping that they come back in the next episode just so we can see a little more. But I'm not expecting anything because, we'll see.
Right.
But now let's get into our scores real quick.
Yes.
So, looking back on our previous episode scores, we feel like this episode deserves a 92. Very good. It's not, I wouldn't say it's a perfect episode by any means. but not hardly any detriment to it.
Right. But still well deserving of a really good score.
Yeah, for sure. And I actually do feel like our entertainment was a little less than the score.
I know.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Not bad. We gave it an 89.
Right.
I believe we gave Nippy a 75.
Yeah.
And I did say, if you're not a Breaking Bad fan, and you weren't like invested in like loving, like just enthralled with anything that comes out, it might have been a little lower for you as well. But yeah, we still give it an 89, so we still really enjoyed it. It's just, when you put it in the light of other perfect episodes that are like, that would be 98, 100s, it's just, I'm going to give it a little less than that. That's all.
Right.
And then, of course, again, no stars because it is an episode and we only give stars to seasons. So, let's spoil this up.
Yeah. Let's get into it.
Yeah. So it starts off with Saul in the back of an RV. Of course,
a familiar RV.
Familiar RV. And, I mean, that was a perfect way to start for me.
Oh, yeah. It got me.
Yeah, you were very excited.
Yeah. And then it just stopped.
It stopped.
I was like, show me their faces.
Yeah.
And then it moved on to the next scene. I'm like, dang it.
And then this is something I want to bring up too. The intro, usually the intro little scene with the song was usually just a little cutscene thing of like, I remember matches in a
urinal or something.
Or a car, the license plate. But these last two, if I recall, it's been the blue screen that's like cutting out.
Yeah.
What do you think that is?
I don't know.
So I haven't been given that thought, and I just realized it right now again that I want to bring that up. I need to give it more thought, but
I mean,
it's only, I think, if I recall, it's only been the last 2 episodes.
Yes.
And the only thing I can think of is Gene Takovic watching his old videos.
Oh.
That's the only thing I can think of.
I like that, yeah. He's like,
yeah.
He often does do that. You see him like looking at his ads and stuff like that, right?
Just one time. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. You see it in the first episode?
Oh, right. Okay.
So, yeah, just one time.
See, I would think I'm like, maybe it's just because we're kind of coming out of more from the Saul Goodman phase to Gene Takovic kind of thing.
Yeah.
So you're running out of that film.
Maybe.
But I think I like yours better. I like that. I can see that. That's clever if that's what it is.
Yeah. Well, other than that, let's get into this is where the water hose really starts hitting. And because we got a phone call between Francesca and Saul. Saul's calling from it looked like the same phone booth that he called in the previous episodes, where he called about changing his name because the cab driver saw him. But he calls Francesca because he wants some information about Albuquerque. And as Francesca is driving to the place, we see a William Oakley law firm poster, which is the attorney that Saul was always bantering with throughout the show.
Yeah.
So he's finally up in the world, which is good. And then we also see a little scene of Fran being paranoid in the streets.
Oh, yeah.
Because this is post-Breaking Bad, so I'm sure she's constantly a little scared.
Right.
Right? And
I'm surprised that not much worse has happened to her in the legal world. Right?
Yeah.
I mean, I can see
sure
her...
she can get off because she's just
Sure.
She's just the person who takes phone calls and gives her names, right? So I'm not that surprised.
Yeah.
If Skylar can get off, she can get off.
Right. All right.
Which is what comes up.
And she has got to be like the best secretary / assistant ever.
Yeah.
She does so much for him.
She requires a lot of payment.
That's true. She knows how much she's worth.
Yes.
Okay, I know.
She gets her money's worth because she knows.
You're right. But still, getting that call, it's like, oh my gosh, so, are you not done with her? Leave her alone. But hey, she wants the money, so.
Yeah. And then we get to the phone call, and we bring up some characters. So I'm just going to go through each character and go through what was said. So Skylar White, she got a hot deal. She's off. So we do not have to worry about the Skylar White thing. I know me and my cousin, we talked about it before, how we think the ending of the show. This was season 1, just mind you. We were thinking, the show might end with Saul having to get Skylar White off or something. I mean, just as, kind of a joke type thing. But we don't need to worry about that anymore, as she got a hot deal. And then we hear that the nail salons and the laser tag and all of his money laundering businesses and things he had are gone. So Saul Goodman's work officially flushed.
And he is mad.
He's mad. I mean, he doesn't seem that mad. He just seems sad.
Or frustrated.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I mean,
I think all of those.
we saw how he would act mad just a few minutes later.
True.
So he was just sad. And I'm sure he expected it, which is why he wasn't too, I'm mad.
Right.
Then we hear Kubi. They have no idea what Kubi is.
Yeah.
The redhead that worked with him, by the way. What's his name? The actor?
I don't remember.
The comedian?
Yes.
Freak me. Okay.
I totally know his name.
Yeah. And then we got Huel. He's back in New Orleans and got off.
He's doing good.
Which is also good. He's back in his church, preaching, praying. And then Kim called Fran. So this is the last thing that we got. So we got Kim. Kim called Fran during the post-Breaking Bad times to see about Jimmy. And he was interested. And this is one of I think there's only 2 real things that are getting me, I guess there's 3 things that I'm excited to see resolve in the next episode or the next one. And this is one of them. Because soon after this is when Saul calls Skylar.
Yes.
And you don't see what the classic Better Call Saul. You don't see what's being said on the phone, and he gets pissed. He's crashing. He's banging the phone. He breaks the glass. So I'm so interested.
Like,
Give me some. What are you thinking?
I don't think he talked to her.
Yes, I was
Right?
thinking the same thing.
I don't think it was her.
Yes. I was thinking. I'm glad you said that. By the way, we do not talk during the episodes. She tries talking, I stop her.
Yeah.
Because I just want to watch I want to hear every word that comes.
I talk too much.
Yes. But I'm glad you said that because I'm feeling like she talked to the secretary told Kim. Kim said, this is...
It could have been that.
Oh, I don't know.
Yeah.
Or just the secretary wouldn't let him in or whatever. And then
Yeah.
he wanted to talk but couldn't and he got mad.
I was wondering, like, because of his reaction, maybe it was because of that, the secretary's like, no, she's not here or whatever. Or maybe she passed away because she got sick or something.
I don't know.
I feel like that's too easy of a thing for Kim.
Yeah. Yes.
So I don't think it's that.
His reaction does not warrant that if it was just him being denied to call her. But I feel like that'd be really a real cop-out just to say she's dead like that.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
I
will
that
say,
would.
I think Billy is the name of the guy who commented on the video. He did say he doesn't believe that there has to be much Kim left in the show. Like, he thinks it can just be gone.
And I see that. I can see that.
Yeah, I
for sure.
I said I could see it, but I think
I think
that would
more.
I think that'd be a detriment to the show. Because it started with Kim. This has been just Kim. This has been just as much Kim as Saul, I feel like, at times.
Yeah.
Where we want to see them,
Right.
So it'd suck if she just wasn't in the end.
I know.
Like, I think it'd be terrible.
And I feel
but
like...
that's personal.
Right.
Yeah.
And him calling her, like, they didn't have to do that either. I don't know, I just feel like there's more, because he called her.
Yes.
He's still, like, she's still
yes. So
on his mind, obviously.
Yeah. So I feel like they wouldn't have this scene unless something's going to happen next, which is why
Right.
I'm excited. But
like,
yeah, the more I think about it, no way he just got rejected by a secretary, because he went nuts.
I know. So it's like, did he talk to her? But no. I feel like it wouldn't go south so
Yeah, so quickly.
fast.
Anyways, then, so now we're seeing some of the fruits of the last episode come to fruition, where now Saul is working with, what's his name? Jeff.
The taxi driver.
The taxi driver. So Saul is now working with the taxi driver. Now, I know I said the last episode, whatever happened needed to be a big, impactful event, and that has not come to pass. They could have had him have this connection in half an episode, less than half an episode, so that he can keep working with them now. You didn't need this whole episode just showing one thing, just showing the one scheme for this to happen. So from all accounts, I still believe Nippy was a bad choice. From what we've seen in this episode, I still think that's a bad choice.
True, but I don't...
Give me your butt.
I don't hate it.
Yeah, I do.
I don't... Just because then we as the audience, like, we also have that connection to him, so it doesn't seem like, why is he bothering this guy? But it wouldn't be a big deal even...
You don't need that much for him.
I know.
I'm just saying, up to this point still,
Yeah.
they did not need a full episode dedicated just so we have a connection to the cab driver now. It still could have been less than that and showed us more. They could have had this same kind of layout of an episode in the last one.
I think I agree with you.
Yeah.
But I
mean, I don't hate it.
But
I just
because
don't like it.
Yeah, but
I hate it. I hate it.
I just don't like it at all.
I just don't like it at all.
No, but I am glad that, like, I think you said, maybe you said last time that that you hope that the taxi driver and that whole scam, like, actually has something to do with Saul or with Gene Takovic later on again.
Yes.
That it wasn't just this dumb filler episode. Which it still was, but it's like they're still using Jeff now. And it looks like it's going to affect whatever the resolve of this show's going to be.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah, no. Yeah. I mean, I didn't...
Or the ending of the show.
I wasn't thinking the old lady... What's her name?
Miss Hannigan.
Miss Hannigan. And...
I don't remember. I feel like saying Carol, but it's not Carol.
Miss Hannigan and
Miss...
Jeff. I didn't think they were just going to be gone after this episode. But what I was worried about is happening. Where that scheme has no role in anything. I don't need that much time for that. I'm sorry, I just don't.
But this is what it is.
No.
Yes.
No.
Yes. Listen. This is what it is. Is that he got that whole episode, of that. He got that taste again of, sorry, am I hiding?
Yeah, you're too loud.
Oh. He got that taste again of that whole scam and deceiving people and stuff. And just like in Breaking Bad, Walter White just couldn't stop cooking, couldn't stop being top dog when he could have stopped, Gene Takovic or Jimmy or Saul, and this is like the same way that doing this kind of stuff is where he gets his high, and that he's always eventually going back to it. And so now...
No, yeah. I mean, I respect your opinion. I respect people's opinions about it. I do. It's just that character development has been shown many times, and it did not need to be reiterated right now. And that nippy.
Sure. But a thought that crossed my mind was just like in the beginning with Kim and Jimmy's like shenanigans doing their innocent scams and stuff is like the same that you're seeing with Jeff. I mean, what they're doing is more criminal, but it's not like it'll lead towards things, I feel. Like, it's just remind me of that, of like, look at where Kim and him ended up at the end. So I'm just like, leave this Jeff guy alone. Don't
I see.
Keep fueling his fire.
Yeah. Okay.
Because obviously there's no good ending to that when you keep doing it over and over again.
Yes.
So I don't want him to ruin Jeff either.
I don't care about
I'm
Jeff.
worried.
I'm sorry.
It's not like I'm worried, like I love him or anything, but it's like...
I mean, I care, but it's just not my priorities.
But it's just like another person that Jimmy is affecting.
Yeah.
For no, like, he doesn't need to.
Okay. I respect it. I do. So then we got Saul singing karaoke in the bar, which starts the whole scamming aspect of this show, of this episode.
Yes.
And I love when Saul sings. That was
oh my goodness.
If I recall, it was the beginning episode. It was the opening credits of an episode when Saul and Chuck sang.
Oh, was it? I do remember.
Okay, yeah. But, I think, if I recall, Chuck sings very well. And then Saul kind of tries bringing him up because they're having a party, and then Chuck starts singing, and he actually has fun.
Wasn't it?
And then they get drunk, and they sleep on the bed together.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Wasn't it because they were celebrating Jimmy?
Him getting his law degree. Yeah.
And Chuck just hated that. Anyways.
But, yeah, I love it. He sings Brandy, which is a good song. And then the scheme. So...
Yes.
They're getting people drunk, duct taping the door so they can get in later, and then get all the information and selling the information, basically.
Mm-hmm. Jeff makes me laugh when he puts the duct tape.
Yes, I was about to say.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, go.
When he puts the duct tape over the
very first one.
The door frame so that the door doesn't close all the way or whatever. And he just laughs or smiles like he's so impressed or excited.
Yeah. That was like one of my first moments where I actually felt for Jeff.
Yeah, and that's where that thought...
Where he showed some character.
And that's where that thought came into my mind of, like... See, that was kind of like the beginning, like, the little innocent high between Kim and Jim.
Which also brings me to the cat videos with the old lady. Huh. Is seeing her smile and laugh about the cat videos is making me like her more.
I know,
than I did last episode. Not that I didn't like her last episode, but it's just a little more.
Just seeing that.
We're starting the character development of getting us to like them a little bit.
Sweet, tender little lady.
Yeah.
Yeah, I liked that too.
Mm-hmm. And honestly, there's not much to say about the heists until the very last one. But, yeah, just another creative idea.
Yeah.
You know, this is one of those things where, right, you need originality in a show, you need originality in a movie. Anything art, you need originality. And this is the way I feel Better Call Saul is able to have that original feeling.
Yeah.
It's through all their very meticulously detailed schemes. And I don't know how much else to say about that.
Yeah, very clever.
Yep, always clever. And like, oh, that's really genius. That simple thing.
Mm-hmm. And when I saw the duct tape, you know, and we're like, oh, they're going to go into the house, steal stuff from the house. I'm like, well, that's what I originally thought. I'm like, that is dumb because the taxi driver could be, like, automatically thought of in that guy's head. Like, who's the last guy I saw? Or, you know, stuff like that. Yeah. Like, he could have been on his list of, like, who stole from me, robbed me. But what they were doing of just taking pictures of his IDs and all that important information would leave, like, no trace from them, so they're safe.
Yes.
So it's just clever. It's like there's no way, unless they got caught in the house, for them to get in trouble, kind of thing.
Yep.
So I love it.
Mm-hmm. Then we got Saul in the RV in the desert.
Yes.
So we get our Walter and Jesse scene. And it immediately starts... So it's right after the whole blindfolding Saul and trying to make him his lawyer and promising that he'll help them with Badger. Yeah, Badger. So they go back in the RV and they're about to leave and he agrees to help them with Badger. And we get a nice little quote from Saul. This which goes to our last episode where I just said, Better Call Saul is not as funny as Breaking Bad. And this just reiterated it immediately. Be glad you're not paying for my chiropractor. She has expenses and fixes everything. And he does a little wink. And then I looked to Stacey and I said, this is the Saul we love. And then, not Skinny Pete, oh my gosh. Jesse made a few comments throughout the RV experience that was funny. And, and I said, I don't know if I said it fully formed in the last episode, but I meant to say was just, honestly, I feel like the characters are there's just more character in the Breaking Bad characters. All the characters there's just more character, and it's also because a lot of them are skis bags. While Better Call Saul has more lawyer types, professional people.
Yeah, it's a different world.
Yeah, but hey, you could still have character in a lawyer.
Yeah, definitely.
I mean, the way they have Chuck and Howard. I like the way their characters are already formed. So, I'm not saying they should change it. But I'm just saying, just the way the characters are in Breaking Bad, just bring some lightness to the show and are funny.
Right. That's what I kind of wanted to say.
This episode felt like... this scene felt like Breaking Bad. I laughed a few times, and I love it.
Yep. Right.
But yeah, it's serious. It's just a perfect concoction.
It is. That's what I wanted to say right there.
Oh, yeah.
That, it makes... I miss that duo.
Yeah. It's dramatic. With humor,
because,
very serious. Every time, every subject is very serious, which misses in the show.
Right. The way Walt and Jesse just bicker is just, perfect, relief, comedic relief. Or at least that's how I think. I think it's funny.
Yeah.
And, when Walt is able to start the car up again or the RV again, and, they give you to the look and Jesse.
Bravo. Yeah.
Just makes me miss it.
That duo is so good.
And I think that's what's so good about Breaking Bad. Maybe that I like maybe a little more is that duo together.
But then think about Saul and Kim. We love Saul and Kim.
I love them, yes.
But Kim is a pretty dry character.
Yes.
Almost... If we had the time, we could go through every character. And I feel like most characters would be considered dry. Yes?
Yeah.
And then you look at, anyways, I'm not going to go through everything.
I just miss them.
But you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I love Kim. Don't get me wrong. I love it. But she is dry.
Yeah. like Walt and Jesse pick at each other and they know how to tick each other off, but that doesn't really happen with Jimmy and Kim because Kim's trying to.
And if they did, it wouldn't be humorous or
No.
It'd be dramatic.
But I do love their relationship. But I like Walt and Jesse for
dramatic.
different ways. Yeah.
And then this gets to the scene that I believe is the main theme of the episode. At the end of this, as the RV is finally driving away, the grave is shown in the ground, and then the camera pans towards the RV, I believe, and is showing over the grave that they dug just to scare Saul. And then Gene slowly fades into the grave, the black and white Gene, which shows that in that moment that Saul agreed to be with them, like to help them with Badger, and as they're driving away, he has now killed himself. Basically.
So smart.
Yeah, I loved it.
Yeah,
that moment, like it's things like this that give these episodes 92s. Like we don't give out 92s easily, okay?
You gotta get us.
You gotta get it. And this show does so many things right. I know I might come off as banging on Better Call Saul all the time, but I just do that out of sake of entertainment, and I do feel these things when I'm watching the show.
Yeah.
But you still have to give credit where credit's due. This episode is still a 92. This episode is very good,
right?
And it's because of scenes like this. There's many of them.
And I feel like
the symbolism's so good.
The way they could have like tried to say that of like he ruined. From there on, his life ends, kind of thing. They could have done it like in a different
narration.
And
thus his life.
Okay, I know. Okay, but they could have had people talking about him.
Yeah.
They should have never. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They could have gone about it differently, but I love that way that it's just unspoken.
Yes.
You look at it, you have to think about, or I had to think about it for a couple of seconds.
Mm-hmm.
Did you get it right away?
Yeah.
Oh.
Well. So then we got the montage of the schemes. I can always talk about Breaking Bad montages, as I always bring up. This is another good one. This is where the actual information is shared about that they're actually selling the information to someone.
Right.
And they're getting quite a bit of money for it. Now, we don't know if Saul has a purpose for the money. If in the future he's doing this. We don't know if this is for the love of Breaking Bad or for the love of doing something with the money, right?
What are you talking about? Like you're saying the money that they get from...
Yeah. We don't know if Gene is doing these schemes for the love of just being bad.
Oh, okay.
For Breaking Bad. This episode's called Breaking Bad, so he's Breaking Bad.
Oh, I see.
And he continues Breaking Bad because he doesn't help the cancer patient, which we'll get into.
Oh my gosh, made me so mad.
Yeah, but... So we don't know if it's out of the love for Breaking Bad or for the love of... Or the money, of doing something with the money.
True.
Like with Kim,
I also
maybe.
think... Yeah, I think
that's what I was thinking. But.
That phone call, I think, played a part, too.
Yeah.
Because then immediately we see him go to the guy, to Jeff.
Well, that's the thing. Every scene is calculated. Every scene is placed, right?
Mm-hmm.
With purpose. So we got the scene of the Francesca telling him that all of his stuff's gone. And now we get him doing schemes for money. We see him talk with Kim and get mad. So, no money, gets mad, doing schemes for money. I'm assuming it's not for the love of Breaking Bad. I'm assuming it's out of love for Kim. Helping Kim.
But I like that goes with the title. Like, he's been Gene Takovic. He has been trying to be low on the radar. And then he breaks bad again.
Yes.
Doing his dumb schemes.
No, it's good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just saying.
So I like... That works. But yeah, sorry.
I wasn't talking about the title in that spiel.
Oh.
I was talking...
Well, you said Breaking Bad, so I'm like, I gotcha.
No, I just mean, we don't know what the purpose of it is.
Yes.
But I'm assuming...
Well, yeah.
I'm going through the information telling that I believe this is for Kim.
Well, yeah, I got that, but I thought you were using Breaking Bad as a title.
No.
Okay.
I just used it as a quote. A good quote. You know?
I'm up to speed
Because
now.
I try to be creative with my quotes, okay? Anyways. Okay, so yes, I believe this will end up with him having to help Kim, which is why he screws over the cancer patient, because to him, helping Kim is much more important than his life. Because he's going to die, he has to go help Kim, right? Or not help, I don't know, whatever he wants to do.
Yeah.
He needs the money, right?
I hope that's what it's for, because I was so messed up.
And I think that might be next. No, next is Mike.
Yeah, we see Mike, at least for the first time we see them post-Jimmy era, right?
Yes.
Back together.
Yep. So it looks like Mike is being Saul's PI,
Yeah.
which we did not know that was his role. We assumed, well, you immediately assume that Mike is just helping Saul the whole time. You think Mike is Saul's guy because you don't know Gus is involved. But then you find out Gus is his owner, is his boss. So then you realize, okay, he doesn't do much for Saul. He just kind of helps him every once in a while. But it seems like he's helping him, which I'm surprised. I thought Gus would pay him well enough.
I know.
But that was interesting to see that he's actually helping him. Yeah.
Right.
You think Saul could get someone else busy.
Right.
But then he gives info on Walt to Saul. He gives him the backstory that he's a
chemistry teacher or whatever. Mm-hmm. Cancer. They're amateurs, him and Jesse, right?
He got all the information. But then this leads back to the theme. This scene was just for to see some Breaking Bad scenes, but then also reaffirming the theme that Saul just could not get the idea out of his mind about Walt. He wanted to work with him, but yeah, he should have got out of it because Mike tells him they're amateurs, do not go for it.
Yeah.
What does he say? He says, I said it right after he said it. He always says the same words. Whatever.
I don't know.
You know, helped.
But
did you not hear me say it? Mm-mm. Oh, dang it.
No, I didn't.
I was gonna, whatever.
But it's funny that you say that. Like, don't do it. Like, they're gonna, like, ruin. Like, they're amateurs. They're not gonna be any good to have business with. Ruins Saul and ruins Mike. Mike.
Ruins everybody.
Everyone.
Every single person ruined. Yes.
Beautiful.
Sad.
Sad for Mike because I love Mike.
We love Mike. So let's see if he should work. Okay. So then the cancer patient is done, happens, and get cab driver. Marion's looking at cat videos. She's laughing. She's cute. I love her. Marion's her name. Remembered. Oh. And she looks out the window and sees, right? She hears
the dog barking.
Yes. So she's worried. So I'm assuming next episode, here's another one of the 3 things I talked about where I expect this will be brought up in the next episode.
No, then there's more after that too.
What? No, I'm not saying it's ending right there.
Oh, sorry.
I just said there's 3 scenes that I'm expecting will play a role in the next episode.
Okay.
And this is one of them because Marion seems to be questioning her son and like questioning the situation, and I'm assuming she's going to confront, right? Mm-hmm. So that's all they're gonna allude to.
I see. Yeah. Like maybe she figures something out.
They wouldn't show that scene if they weren't gonna allude to it.
Allude. Okay, right.
Yeah.
Sorry.
So he got mad that he didn't screw over the cancer patient. Now we know Saul's nature. I thought he was gonna stop the cancer patient from being screwed over, right? You too?
Me too.
Yeah, but he didn't. And then I thought in this moment he was going to defend the cancer patient for some reason, or like in some way it was going to be brought up. But then he doesn't. He's the one not defending the cancer patient. He's the one screwing him over because the helper doesn't want to help. Not the cab driver, the guy with the dog, the tall one.
Yeah.
I don't know if they said his name.
I don't know if his name is,
But that's about it, with that.
Yeah. Makes me so mad. And I'm just so surprised that he's so adamant on going to the house. Just give up. Because the last scene or the end is like he's breaking in, right? Breaks the window and all that. Mm-hmm. Leave him. Leave him alone. He's dying. Ugh, I hate it. But.
With the last scene.
Or one of the last scenes. Is that not one of the last scenes?
It is one of the, this whole thing is one of the last scenes.
I guess. At the end.
Yeah.
So like when Gene put him in the cab, the guy with cancer, I was like, oh, is he going to call Jeff and be like, not this one, just drop him off? No. And then like kept going. I'm like, they're really going to run from him. And then the guy didn't go through with it. And then I'm like, oh, good. Why is he so
This
adamant?
shows his desperation.
Yeah.
There's a reason. And it's Kim.
I know.
It's the phone call.
You're probably right.
Yeah, it's all in place. If I'm wrong...
Screw you.
Screw who?
Screw you, Gene.
Yes. Well, screw me, right?
No.
Oh, not screw me, never.
Gene.
Oh, screw Gene.
There's not much of a reason then.
Yeah. Like, he's just desperate.
I know.
And I'm so anxious to see that.
I know.
Yeah.
Because now there's 2 more episodes left, right?
Mm-hmm.
Ah!
And then the last scene is the last thing. This is the big one that is a great analogy for what is to come.
Which is?
Oh, wait. You're right. I'm sorry. You're so right. I messed up. I was reading my thing wrong, my notes. So the last thing is...
So it is that.
It is him walking to... Okay.
Okay.
I was thinking the last thing was him walking to school, but they were literally synonyms. And that's the whole...
Oh, yes.
That's the whole theme, the whole message of this is... So I love the transition of the color door, right?
It was like a back and
As
forth?
he walks out. Well, yeah, remember
Okay.
the transition?
Okay.
Of him walking in the car, and then it cuts to color?
Yeah.
And then Saul's walking to school, and we are all assuming that this is the... Well, I 100% guarantee it's when Saul goes to the school and talks with Walt.
Mm-hmm.
Because the first time they meet is at the law firm, is when they are taking him out to the desert. Second time they meet is when Saul finds him out in the school.
Yes.
Which he got the information from Walt, or from Mike. And he goes and talks to him and says... What is it? Oh, yeah, it says, if you go out, we can make millions together, man. If you want, if you want my help, better call Saul. And then he walks out the door. He walks out of the school. And Walt is scared to see him there. But I guarantee that's the moment. So they were alluding that, right, as he's walking to the school, it then switched to black and white to him walking to the door of the cancer patient, right? So this was the moment where Saul is initiating to break bad with Walt, and it's also alluding to that. So I'm hoping the next episode just starts off with that,
right? With
him going to the door, because these moments are synonyms. Not synonyms. What's the word when two parallels to another? Right. So this moment killed Saul, of him walking to the school to talk with Walt, and this moment is going to kill Gene Takovic.
Past the point of no return right there.
So
yeah,
so something's going to go down in that house. And if I'm wrong about this, you can call me out again. But I freaking guarantee it. We all guarantee it, right? That's what you thought too? You thinking the same thing?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
It can't end good.
No, it won't. There's no way.
Yeah.
But do you think... Here's the thing. So, I've listened to a lot of the Breaking Bad Insider podcasts and whatnot. Vince Gilligan does not have much sympathy for Walt, right? Pretty apparent. Everything goes bad for him. He lets him succeed in the end by getting the money out. But other than that, everything goes to crap, right?
Oh, yeah.
And you can hear it through his voice and through the way he talks about these things, that Walt is not a sympathetic character for him. He likes him, obviously, it's his character. The main character of the show that broke out for him. But, he doesn't have much sympathy there. He obviously has a ton for Jesse.
Okay, yeah.
Which is why he lets him get out and be free. Now, the question is, I have not listened to the Better Call Saul Insider podcast. Well, actually I have. Sorry. I just haven't listened to these last two seasons. But I don't know if he has much sympathy for Saul. But I do feel like, just going off of how this season has gone, I believe that he does have sympathy for him.
Really?
Yeah, I think he's trying to give these reasons, like his brother sucking,
Oh, yeah.
And these... I mean, I don't think he has as much as Jesse, for sure.
Definitely not.
He likes to be bad. Jesse does not like to be bad.
He does. Yeah. But he knows it's wrong.
Yeah.
Like, that's why in the beginning he seemed to, try to have more of a moral compass than the one that he doesn't have now.
Yeah. What you said, that Breaking Bad's about everyone Breaking Bad except for Jesse. And obviously Hank and Marie, but out of the people who, do break bad, he's the one that doesn't, who you expect would.
Yeah.
He's breaking good.
Right.
So obviously they're gonna let him get off. So Saul, I am leaning towards bad, right? For sure.
Yeah.
He's not Jesse Hart.
No.
Obviously. Look what he did with the cancer patient.
Right.
But I do feel like he has a little more sympathy for him than Walt.
I can see that.
Because Walt, what good does he have in Hart, really? At the end,
Yeah.
None.
It just all goes horrible, so he's like, well, now I need to give the stuff I did, for my family to my family. That was it. He could have stopped so long ago with enough money to provide for his family. Yeah. Not much sympathy there, huh?
Yeah.
Gosh, what's gonna happen?
And I think that's the wrap.
And I feel indifferent
Of Saul?
wanting, Jimmy to...
You feel indifferent of your desires for him?
For him,
okay.
yeah.
Yeah, either way would make me...
Or not indifferent, what's the word? Like, I feel tugged.
So do you feel like he deserves a good ending?
I don't know, that's why I'm going back and forth.
Yeah.
Like, do I want him to just...
That's the thing.
Get away with it? But he's such a butt.
Like we've said, yeah. Walt, no part of me felt like he deserved it good, right? The zero part.
Not at all.
But we know Jimmy can be good.
Yeah.
He just likes to screw people over. I don't know.
Yeah.
The way he treats
it's
Howard
his drug.
sucks.
He's an addict.
Yeah. And that's what's hard, is I am torn, but I definitely do lean towards bad.
Yeah, bad ending for him.
Yeah, sadly.
Do you think, so you think we'll see
But
more of Kim?
I'm not calling that out, but I'm just saying that's what actually, if you're going to put a gun to my head, I would say it's going to end bad for him. But I don't feel that certain, per se.
I know. It's hard to guess.
Yeah.
Was it easy to guess when you first watched Breaking Bad? Like, what would happen to Walt?
100%, yeah.
Okay.
I would say after Jane's death, yes.
Okay. Oh.
Well, yeah, because you see his character and morals just dip and slide constantly, and you see Jesse's
Yep.
constantly, steadily going better. So yeah, I never felt like Walter deserved much.
Yeah, he frustrated me
Yeah.
so many times. Every episode. Yeah. Okay. Cool.
But yeah, that's pretty much everything there. I don't think we missed anything, right? Do you have any notes you had?
No, I think that was all that I thought too, and what I
Sure.
liked and noticed.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty satisfied. I love the duo of Walt and Jesse. So even seeing them for a little snippet, I obviously know they're not going to be in it a lot. Like, I didn't expect a lot of screen time, but even that little bit just perked me up, because their back and forth is so good. So, anyways.
Yeah, and I did say in the last episode I felt like I was just hoping for Walt and Jesse that we'd get a little scene that showed a little bit more on a scene from Breaking Bad, like a different angle, which we got.
Yeah, right.
I called that. What else? Yeah, I'm pleased with that. I mean, I'm a little displeased because some of the reports that went out during the beginning of season 6 were talking about Walt and Jesse might be in the whole 6 episodes type thing.
Oh.
Yeah.
I never heard that.
Yeah. Well, you don't really keep much news, right?
Only during the show, so no,
Yeah,
I didn't prep myself before watching it.
For sure. But yeah, I mean, it was a mixture between the last 6 episodes Walt and Jesse would be in it, or the last 6 would be Breaking Bad times, which that has been coming to fruition.
Yes.
In a way. Wait. The last episode... No. Wait, the last one was not Breaking Bad. So it's to me the last 5 episodes.
It was the last minute of...
So that report was correct.
Ago. Yeah.
And, when I was thinking about the montage, it reminded me of 2 episodes ago, the whole Jimmy and Kim trying to act normal after the death and stuff.
Okay.
I love it.
Oh, yeah.
I want to go back and watch that montage. I love that episode. You'll see in our scores, we gave it pretty high scores.
Yeah.
It was a 94 critical and then a 97 entertainment. Yeah. I loved it.
Because it wasn't high anxiety anything. Yeah. It was just
showing the characters, showing what I want, what I want to see.
The demise of that relationship too. Anyways, so good. I'm excited for the next one.
Mm-hmm. And we went through that a lot faster.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So what was your highlight of the episode? I thought it would take us a full hour just to get through every point, because I literally have 2 pages worth here. But
I know I have so many notes, but I think seeing Walt and Jesse all times, just because love the connection now to Breaking Bad times, and then I did like his phone call with what's her name?
Francesca.
I think that might be my 2.
Okay. Yeah, that phone call was very enlightening, is all I gotta say with that.
Right.
Here's the thing. I don't think I'll ever make a scheme scene my favorite in an episode.
I
Never.
know.
I never will. It's just, I like it. It's good. It's just not as of a high as I would want it to be for me. You know?
Mm-hmm. Like, still impressive, but...
Yeah, it's impressive. I'm very impressed, but I feel like my actual highlight was probably the ending. I love the analogy and transition of the color to
You know what, that...
black and white. Him going to school, him going to the cancer patient's house. I loved it.
Yeah, really good.
That really ended it off strong for me. Like, okay, one more week, find out what happens here.
I know.
Yeah, I mean, but it was all good. It was a really good episode. Very
So
happy.
good.
Yep.
Do you think we'll see the conversation? No. We see it in Breaking Bad.
What conversation?
But we'll see. But will we see more interaction with Walt and Jesse, like one more time, maybe? Or is that the end? I was about to say that the conversation with him in the school, but they already had that in Breaking Bad. But
yeah, we don't need to see that.
But in general, then.
I'm gonna say no. I am gonna stay true to what Walt and Jesse said when they said they had to shoot their scene. I think I'm gonna stay true to that. And
You know
I think
what?
that's probably the only scene.
And me seeing Bob Odenkirk saying, we know we see them more than once. We did see them more than once.
Did we?
I mean, there's 2 scenes, kind of thing.
No, only one scene with them.
But it was it's just broken up.
Well, that's what I'm
is
saying.
what
Like,
I'm saying.
we don't have to have Walt and Jesse in the scene for them to their presence to be felt. We felt them in the opening credits, seeing the RV.
Yeah.
I loved all the shots they got of the stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And then we felt their presence. We felt Walt's presence, and when he was walking up to school, we know what's going to happen in the future scene, but they're connecting it. You know.
Okay.
So they don't necessarily need to be in it.
I guess I could see that being the end of it.
Yeah, I mean, we don't need them.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like there is hopefully more stuff to go through. You know, seeing how the whole Kim thing ends.
I know.
Which I'm guaranteeing is what's going to happen. Which is why I'm going to say it is the Kim thing. But, yeah.
Yeah, what you predicted about Kim's got to be here in the end, too.
Mm.
I think it's coming true.
So are we down to 2 episodes?
Yeah.
2 more?
Yeah, I think it's 2 more. Because
Oh
last
my
time, didn't we say
gosh.
3 more?
Yep.
I'm pretty sure.
Yep.
Yeah.
Fetch me, man.
I'm not ready.
No.
My gut says it doesn't end good. Well, it doesn't end well.
Here's the pause about this show. I see no world in which the ending is a negative ending in terms of quality.
Yep. No.
No.
I'm not worried about that.
No. Like, this is one of those shows where, yeah, I have no fear of that, which is a nice feeling. Because the problem is, that, you know, it is that bookend.
Mm-hmm.
The writers did say it's not going to be a bookend to Breaking Bad, but it will be to some extent, obviously. Yeah. And there's not much that they could do to Gene that would make me unsatisfied, honestly. Either way would be fine.
Yeah.
And, you know, there's not, like, with Breaking Bad, they had to close up all these loose ends in one episode, and they did it in just exquisite fashion.
Yeah.
So, but this show,
I
can't think of many loose ends.
No.
Maybe one, Kim. Right?
Yeah. Because we got the call from Francesca about other people, so it was like, okay. Yeah.
They don't
check.
They don't have to blowtorch any rope, any loose ends. Right?
Right.
I just want to make sure.
I
mean, they are introducing some characters, but other than that,
right.
Yeah. No worry going into it.
Yep.
And what was your low light, if you had one?
Do you have one? I'm trying to think. If you think of one first, because
I try to think of a low light and a highlight each time, but going through it, I didn't feel any negative moment.
No.
That's the thing. I can be pretty picky with the acting and dialogue, and I will feel the negativity of a scene or a clip. But I do not recall any moment going, ooh, or like, you know, that line could have
Nope, not at all.
Because I will even call out little lines. Just one-liners.
You always do.
Yeah.
Always do.
Okay, that could have been better. Just give that line a little bit more attention.
Right. Which is why these shows are so good.
Yeah, because, you know.
It's well thought out.
Everything is thought of.
Yeah.
I do think to the extreme at sometimes in this show. But
yeah, I really don't think I have one. nothing like quality, like wise, or like making the episode or anything.
Yeah.
The only thing is this: I just didn't like that Gene wanted to screw over or wants to still rob or scam the guy.
That's not a low light.
But that's not a low light. It's just I didn't like that.
Yeah.
But no. Yeah.
Well, I already gave my predictions for the next episode. Do you have any? I think it's going to start immediately with the cancer patient.
That's what I think too.
And if they don't, failure.
Do you think it'll be all Gene?
Well, not failure. It could be the scene right after the song, I guess.
Right.
But this is my biggest pet peeve with shows. I've said to you before, Game of Thrones is so clutch. They always show what you want to see next. There is no benefit to anyone by pulling it out.
No.
And we've even been watching New Girl recently, just like in the background. They even are pretty good at doing it.
Yeah.
They're pretty good at showing you what you want right in it, you know? I don't think there's any good in procrastinating the reveal, right?
You're right.
Game of Thrones,
Just get
every
into it.
time something good happens, they always immediately start with a good thing. I can't say that for this show. For the majority, not for every time. And I do not expect them to do it now. But you know, as long as it's in the first scene or after the song, which it won't be in the first scene because they never really do anything in the first scene. I feel like it's usually like I guess Breaking Bad did that too. For example, seeing Hank's grill cube in the water, right?
Yeah,
it's usually just like a little. In this episode, seeing Saul in the back of the RV, not much was shown, but then it gets into it. So as long as it's there,
I have a feeling they'll get into it.
Yeah.
Not to.
I feel like they're running out of story.
Like yeah.
So.
Yeah, that's why they gotta get it, and like they jumped right into Lalo at
Yeah, that was good.
the apartment.
Yeah,
I
called it out. I called it out.
Yeah, you did.
I appreciate that. Well.
And I think the same thing. That's my prediction too.
Yeah.
And then I'm hoping we see a little more of like Kim. Just more.
Maybe see like a phone call, her on the other end.
Yeah.
Or something.
That'd be great. I don't care what it is, but I need more of the Kim. What's going on over there?
I do wonder if we'll see Gus again.
Oh yeah.
Wouldn't
Are they
surprise
just
me if we
done?
don't. I don't know. I don't know. I wonder if they're going to keep showing little tidbits of Breaking Bad times in the next episode as well. That'd be very interesting.
I would enjoy that because I really like the back and forth this episode.
Yeah. But yeah, but that's about it for the Breaking Bad episode of Better Call Saul, season 6, episode 11. Thanks for watching. If you had problems or liked what we said, comment down in the section. Thank you for watching and bless you.